Something I've noticed over the years of being on the internet is how my algorithm is constantly either showing me content that inspires me, content that makes me fear the world, such as bad news, the latest news on ICE or deportation, or content that just wastes my time and fills my head with absolute brain rot, like Clav mogging people or even getting frame mogged. I think I'm just scrolling the whole time my mind is being trained to consume loads of bullshit. I don't think it's coincidental either, but how the system is designed to hold your attention. A big reason your algorithm shapes your future without even realizing is simply how slightly evolved our monkey brains work. Our brains normalize whatever it repeatedly sees. If I wake up and watch the news in America about ICE and deportation, or stuff about drugs, like how I used to wake up and watch Goblin's videos on repeat, he'd literally rank drugs on a tier list, or even in his own crazy story times. That content I'm feeding my mind will translate to what I'm thinking about on a daily basis. Yet, if I woke up and read a book like Harry Potter or some shit, or even a self-help book, what kind of thoughts do you think I'd be carrying around in my head? The thought that repetition equals belief is very powerful and very, very true. If your feed is drama, outrage, constant negativity, you'll slowly adopt that emotional baseline of negativity. I've definitely noticed that talking to other people. Sometimes when I talk to others, I just think in my head, this guy's feed must suck. This is really all you can think about. Nothing valuable, just spewing out words to whatever they see on Instagram or TikTok. What you think about the Epstein files? Or some shit to do with fucking Israel. Or they'll be talking about some other celebrity I do not give a fuck about. Or the next meme that's just going to die in a week. Now, talking about entertainment and what's going on in the world isn't necessarily a bad thing. But when it's all you consume, that's when I think it becomes a problem. And you need to do some self-reflecting on the content you consume. And I'm no saint either, but I'm in a transitional period in my life right now. I've been trying to quit weed. I'm 9 days clean off that soul sucker of a substance. Nicotine is way harder though. I'm failing to quit nicotine right now. I went about 3 days and then I craved and begged my aunt to hit her vape. That's how it goes. I feel like a loser for it. Oh well. I'll try again. Also, while quitting these substances, especially weed, I've realized how much time I've been wasting not working towards my goals, such as this channel and videos I create to inspire others, entertain others, or even just a voice to listen to, and maybe gain a different perspective on life. When my feed was mostly self-improvement, I noticed I felt more ambitious, more inclined to create, more inclined to take action on my goals, compared to watching gaming videos like Tommy G, who else, Brandon Buckingham, videos I relate nothing to, and I genuinely could care less about. Sure, they're interesting, you learn about the criminal underworld in Baltimore, or San Francisco, or whatever shitty ass city in America, but those videos won't really help me towards my goals, or help me towards any valuable conversation to talk to with anyone else. And time is truly the most valuable asset we have as humans. Well, time and attention. They go hand in hand. What you give your attention to is what you're using your time on. What you do with your time is where your attention will be directed. These play huge vital roles in shaping you as a human and constructing your own identity. Your For You page and recommended tabs on TikTok, IG, and YouTube aren't random. The algorithm shows you more of whatever you seem to enjoy or interact with. That's where you have to be very mindful of what content you interact with or skip past. One benefit of growing up in this generation, Gen Z, is the ability to see content and know if I can actually get any value out of it. The older generations used to sit in raw dog commercials. Like, how the hell you go raw dog a Geico commercial and not think twice about what they are watching? Where it comes to me, I'm using an ad blocker all the time. I hope YouTube doesn't hear that. It's premium. I was lying. It's not an ad blocker. I pay for premium. But that shit is such a waste of time. And you can't even blame them. They grew up in a completely different time than us. Everything moves slower. Companies weren't constantly fighting to steal your attention. Nowadays, everything online is constantly tryharding to suck the soul out of us, suck the attention right out of us, and waste our time, our finite time on this earth. My feed is usually filled with fight videos, lust, goy slop, straight bullshit, entertainment, news I don't care about, or news that's only gonna make me hate the world. Like, you hear that news about Dan Hooker cheating on his wife with a girl and then cheating on his girl with a dude? I do not care, bro. He's a beast. I don't give a shit if he likes a little pee-pee. And it's not up to me to say he's a terrible person. Who knows, he might be in an open relationship with his wife. Hey, as long as he's happy, man. Dan Hooker's the GOAT. Well, not the GOAT, but he's one of the best journeymen in the UFC for sure. Now, I want to end off this video by saying this. We only have so much time on Earth. We will all die one way or another. I just hope I go out banging some bad broad in Greece or Japan or some shit while I'm geeked out my mind at the age of 60. That would be peak. Nah, but in all seriousness, always try to be mindful of the content you consume, whether it's valuable entertainment-wise or knowledge-wise. There's not necessarily a wrong choice, and who am I to tell you what to consume? But know it will affect how you perceive the world, how you communicate with others, and just what kind of thoughts you have in your head on a daily basis. The shit matters more than you realize. See you, Space Cowboy.